Good evening, y'all. Good evening. And welcome to another edition of the McCray Y'all got a 2-for-1 today. Because Tremel was on earlier this morning and I'm on now. Because I saw some stories that we need to talk about. I saw some stories that we need to talk about. And we going to get started as soon as some more y'all get in here. And if y'all don't, well, then you can catch the replay. Hello to the one person in the bush. I hope y'all having a good Friday night. It's nice outside. It's going to be a snowstorm here tomorrow. But right now, it's really nice outside. It's not too cold. It's not too hot. It's just perfect. It's like a real spring night. It's like a real spring night. So, I guess I'm going to get started because I'm not going to be on here long. So, if you see it, you see it. If not, catch the replay. So, let's talk about Chris Brown first. So Chris Brown has been in court for allegedly raping a girl. And, it's been a long trial. And the girl's lawyer, because they just keep calling her Jane Doe, she dropped off the case. Once he played voicemail messages from the girl and text messages from her, they dropped the case. Now you tell me if this don't sound fishy. The law firm believes in protecting women who have been raped. That's their specialty. They help women who have been raped or sexually assaulted. When they heard the text messages and saw the when they heard the voicemails and saw the text messages, they asked to be removed from the case. Now, the statement they put out said it doesn't mean that he did or didn't do it, that just for their reputation, they no longer wanted to represent her. So they saw the text messages. She was telling him, do you want to be bothered with me? You don't call me. I call you. You pick up and hang up on me. I want to see you again. I want us to fuck again. That don't sound like somebody that allegedly was raped. Then she sent a text message that said, "Come on, Chris, I miss you. I want to fuck you at midnight." Again, that doesn't sound like somebody that was allegedly raped. So when he played those voicemails and showed the text messages in court, her lawyers quit. Now, I think at that precise moment, it should have switched around and she should be on trial for lying. Hey, Trisha, she should be on trial for lying. Because I can't stand when these women lie on these men and nothing happens to them for lying. They need to do to these women the same thing they did to Jesse. Lock them up. Because you can't keep lying on men saying that you was raped and you just willingly did it. Because yeah, his DNA is going to be on you because you willingly did it. Yes, Chris Brown, Trisha. And I don't think that's fair. Hey, Monica. I don't think that's fair. I think that is so messed up. It is so messed up. So, Chris is going to, I can't say get away with it because he didn't do it, but he's not going to end up, the trial, I'm sure, is going to end because her lawyers quit because of the text messages and the voicemails. And she was like a dummy because she should have known. Like, what did she think? He deleted that stuff? And even if he did, there's a way to get him. Like, no text message is ever really lost. No, nothing you do on your phone is ever lost. There's always a cloud. And if you call a cell phone company, they can print out all your text messages for you. If it's for a court case, the court has to request that they're all printed out and sent to the court. And people gag because if the court requests them, the cell phone company has to print out all your text messages from the time span they tell them, and you're gonna gag. So even if you don't have it in your phone, the cell phone company has them. Hey, Monte. So that was just a hot mess. I'm glad that he didn't do it. I'm glad he didn't do it. But I think now that they know she lied, she needs to go on trial for lying. And they need to do her like they did Jussie. Because she had the police involved, she got a lawyer involved, and she lied. Just because she was mad because he wouldn't pay her no attention. I mean, I don't understand what these people think. You were a celebrity. You're one of hundreds. Okay, maybe they'll pay you attention, but they're not going to treat you like you're their girlfriend. Like, I don't understand how these women get caught up the way they get caught up. I just really don't. But again, I like Chris Brown. I like his music. So, like I said, I'm glad he didn't do it. And I'm glad he was able to prove that he didn't do it. Because, I believe in my spirit they was ready to put his ass in jail for a long time. But he was able to prove that he didn't do it. So, he's going to get off on that case. And another, this is YouTube news. Two YouTubers called Saucy and Honey, they decided to do that challenge of staying in Walmart all night. So they stayed in Walmart till they closed. And they did what, because I've seen other people do the videos. And they walked around a little bit. But the problem is, most of the YouTubers that do it legitimately stay in the store for 24 hours. They left at 3 o'clock in the morning and set off the alarm. Then had the nerve to go back at 8 o'clock and continue videotaping like they stayed all night long. So when the alarm went off, of course, it alerted the police, but nothing was stolen, nothing was messed up. So, they was like, oh, maybe it was a fluke. They went and looked at the cameras and saw the two of them walking around the damn store. Then they posted like a 28-minute video on their YouTube channel of what they did. So they got arrested and put in jail on $25,000 Well, they had a $25,000 bail each. Now, I, right, Monica, she was. I say some of these YouTube and TikTok uh, stunts are extreme, but again, why would you leave the store knowing you're gonna set off an alarm? Like they had to know they were gonna set off an alarm. They had to. The whole plan of that is to stay in the store, sleep. I saw another couple do it. They moved all the paper towel. They went in between the paper towels and they hid there. When the store was closed, they got up and walked around a little bit to prove that they were in Walmart. And then they went back. They went to the pillow department. They got them pillows. They got them a blanket. And they went right back to the paper towel rack that they was in, covered themselves up. So, stacked the paper towels back so nobody would know they was there. And they slept there overnight. And they made a video when they woke up and they left everything there and they came from out of there and they left and it was easy. So why would you think? And I guess this is what you get for trying to play your subscribers, because you said you was in there for 24 hours, but really you was only in there for like 3 to 4 hours, depending on how when the Walmart closed. Because if you left at 3 o'clock in the morning, then you didn't even. I mean, it was 3 o'clock. You might as well have stayed till the store opened. I mean, it just don't make sense. But I guess that's what they get for trying to play their subscribers. Because that's what they did. Because they left at 3 and then came back at 8 after they set off the alarm. Like, I would never go back to that store again. Well, now they can't. They're banned from every Walmart in Philadelphia. They can't go in any Walmart. And for some reason, my mind is saying Target. But it was either Target or Walmart. But I know most of the ones I saw, people did it at Walmart. But for some reason, I'm thinking Target with them. But I really believe it was Walmart. But I'm like, some of y'all just do some dumb shit. Like, if I'm going to stay in the store, I'm going to stay in the store. Because unless a fire break out, then I'm leaving. But if fire don't break out, I'm I know if I open the door, I'm gonna trip an alarm. Or you don't even know if there's a security guard in the store that stays all night long. And these dummies left at 3 o'clock in the morning and then got arrested because they dumbass went back the next day. First thing in the morning to act like they just woke up in Walmart. I guess that's what happens when you're trying to trick people. And it backfires and it tricks you. Right, Trisha, they were dumb. Now, how many of y'all used to watch Basketball Wives? How many of y'all used to watch Basketball Wives? Especially in the beginning. Because I need to know that y'all know who I'm talking about. In the beginning, when Basketball Wives used to first come on, there was someone on there named Royce. And Royce, she was a good, she had her little moments, in time. She was a little feisty one. She was the cheerleader, and I don't know if they were married, but her boyfriend was a basketball player. And she was in the news like a couple of years ago because her and her husband was fighting over custody of her son. Well, she's back in the news because allegedly her son molested a little boy and she got arrested. Well, She didn't get she would have got arrested if she didn't turn herself in. She turned herself in, and in turning herself in, they got to book you and everything. She turned herself in, and she's getting like third degree uh, child abuse charges and all these charges because she wasn't paying attention to her son. And I just find that a little, well, I can't. If they didn't know something was wrong with the boy, then I would say they shouldn't do that to her. But he had already been going to, he's 14. He had already been going to a treatment center for, you know, being sexually active and a lot of sexual stuff that he was doing. So he was going, you know, to get help. And then when they found out that he molested this little boy, the person that found out told. And when they told, that's when everything hit the fan. Now, again, I battles with this when I read it because I'm like, how do you hold the mother responsible? But because she knew he had a problem like that, then she shouldn't have left him. Allegedly, she left him alone with this other little boy. So that's the reason why they charged her because it was like she knew and she left him with this little boy, or she let them be together without her presence. So it's like they're holding her accountable for what he did. But I mean, he's 14. He needs to be held accountable for what he did at the end of the day. I mean, to charge her with child abuse and third degree neglect and all this other stuff, I think that's a little crazy. But at the same token, if you know that your child has a problem, if I know my son is running around, touching on little girls in the street, I'm not going to leave him in the house by himself with a little girl or even let them be in the room by themselves without me being present because I know what's going to happen. Because allegedly, when he gets angry is when he starts doing sexual stuff. And allegedly, I believe it was an 8-year-old boy. Allegedly, I don't know. But it was a younger boy than 14. And he got mad at him and he made the boy masturbate him twice. So that's a lot. That's a lot. And if they start holding parents accountable for this stuff, I bet you how many kids won't be out here doing what they do. I mean, because a lot of times, if you held the parents accountable, the kids wouldn't be doing half the stuff they do because the parents would then start trying to raise their kids the right way instead of just letting them do whatever they want because they don't want to be bothered. Because that's what a lot of things are going on in the world today. People ain't raising their kids. They just letting their kids run amok and do what they want to do. But that's a whole nother story. That's because, you know, when you 15 and your mama 30 and your grandmother 45, y'all all trying to compete with each other and be girlfriends, you know, that don't work. That don't work. There's no there's no legacy in that. There's no legacy in that at all. And things happen. So I'm not knocking nobody. But that seems to be the go round right now of how things are working. The grandmother 45, the mother 30, and the daughter 15, and then the mother competing with the daughter. I saw a video where the mother beat the daughter with a broom, talking about every man I get, they want you, and you walking around here in them booty shorts, bitch, you stealing my man. And the girl was literally crying, saying, he touched me. I keep telling you he touched me. Yeah, bitch, he touched you because you want it. And I'm like, who says that to their daughter? First of all, if you got a man that's supposed to be your man, and your daughter come to you and tell you, Mom, he's touching me in an inappropriate way. He's trying to climb in my bed at night, because that's what she said. And you look at her and start beating her, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. And I'm going to just leave it like that. You're an idiot. You're a dummy. You're a big dummy. And you can't be that pressed for a man. And then she said, every man she gets goes after her daughter. So this poor little girl done been touched on more than once by her boyfriends, and she don't seem to have a problem. The only problem is the daughter. It ain't the man. When I saw the way she beat the hell out that little girl, I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?" But it's whatever. You know, people do whatever they do, and I just, hmm people do whatever they do, and it's like I don't know. I don't know what the world is coming to. I look at this world and I'll be like, oh my God, it can't get worse. And it gets worse. I'll be like, it can't get no worse. And it does. And just when I thought I'd seen it all, here we go. Like the video Monica played tonight. Them little kids need to be fucked up. Beating up that old lady like that. One by one, them bitches need to be tied to a tree and whipped like motherfucking Toby. They need to be whipped like Kunta Kinte. Teach them bitches a lesson. The hell they gonna beat on that old woman like that and then jump her? That was they didn't even do it. They didn't even give her a chance because all three of them jumped her. They just it was. I tell you, I don't know. And then I was shocked because I expect that from the other people. I don't expect that from us because we know better, and normally we get fucked up. So I was a little shocked that it was us. But then again, I shouldn't be because nowadays we starting to lose our minds like them and let our kids just do whatever and talk to us whatever kind of way. Because I saw another video and I swear it reminded me of Trisha. Because she found her little 12-year-old daughter up the block where she didn't belong. She fucked that little girl up and then told her, if you, first of all, you ain't getting in my car till you humble yourself. I said, that's right. Because you could tell the little girl wanted to hit her mother so bad, but she knew better. She knew better. She knew better, but she was trying to be bad for her friends. And the mother completely embarrassed her and popped her mother. Popped, gave her a 1-2, honey. And I'm surprised she didn't hit the ground with a 3-4. But I was like, oh, child, these kids. That's why I can't have kids. I can't. Because if my kids acted like that, I can't have kids. Because I would be under the jail. I do agree with Tremel because y'all always hear him say capital punishment don't work. And I agree. But them little kids in that video, child, they need to be beat with a ironing cord, a whip, thousands of twigs, a branch, not even a twig. They need to be beat with a branch. Because talking to them ain't going to work. That ain't going to work for them. I mean, there are kids you could talk to and take away a tablet and stuff like that, and they ain't got to beat them because they'll get the message if you take away their cell phone or their tablet, and they ain't got no choice but to start listening if they want it back. But those little kids, child, listen, what you need? They need to get fucked up for real. But yeah, if y'all want to see the whole story, Just go to Monica News and Views and News. She just did the story like right before I came on. So you could check out her video on that. And you could actually see the video if you haven't seen the video yet, because she actually played it on her channel. So, yeah. So, what do y'all think about the Chris Brown situation? Am I right? Shouldn't that girl go to jail for lying on him? Because what if he didn't have what you need this? I don't know where it is. I was looking for it myself. Oh, is that it? Up there? Up on top? Yeah. I hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Can y'all hear me? Just put a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. Right, Trisha? She should go to jail for lying and being a dummy. I just think if they start holding women accountable for lying on men, then a lot of women wouldn't lie. And it would be easier for women that are really raped not to have to go through a bunch of shit to prove that they were raped. But, thank y'all, thank y'all. But I think as long as women can get away with it, and even if the men prove that they're lying and nothing happens to look at the woman that lied on Emmett Till. She got him killed for nothing. For nothing, because she lied on him. For nothing. But she don't care. And that's the part that kills me. These women don't care. They lie. They'll put men in jail. And then their conscience get them 10, 20 years later. And then nothing happened. And now he done spent half his life in jail. He get out. He can't get nothing because he done been locked up on fake charges. And she still gets to live her motherfucking life like nothing happened. I don't think it's fair. I don't think that's fair at all. And just like they locked Jesse up for lying, they need to start locking women up for lying too. Because then they'll stop that bullshit. Just because a man don't want you, you want to scream rape because you mad because he don't want to talk to you no more. Well, guess what you shouldn't have did in the first place? You knew that man didn't like you in the first place. But you thought you had the golden piece of puss. You ain't got nothing different than any of these women out here in the street. You don't have the golden puss that's gonna keep the man. So she should have just chucked it up like I had sex with Chris Brown. Just like that one with Drake. She gagged because he put hot sauce in the goddamn condom because she was trying to set his ass up and get pregnant. Who the fuck does that? Goes back and gets the condom and pours the who does that? But a money hungry bitch. And this bitch was just trying to get Chris because he ignored her after the fact. He didn't want to be bothered with her. So she wanted to lie on him. I'll fix you. I'll tell him you raped me. And she came up with this whole elaborate story of how he raped her on Puffy Boat and all this other stuff. And then he got voice recordings showing that that's not true. And if it is true, then I don't know many people that want to go that send messages to their rapists. I want to fuck you at midnight. I don't. I just don't see that happening. I don't. And I swear she needs to. They just need to turn the trial around and put her on trial and lock her up. Make an example out of her. Because it's a high profile case. Because it's a celebrity. Lock her ass up. Teach her a lesson. Teach her a lesson and show other women that y'all ain't playing. You lie, you're going to jail. Period. Period. But until they do that, there's going to be plenty of men accused of rape that didn't do it, and it's not fair. Now, I'm not saying every woman is lying because that's not true, but it makes it easier. Like, for example, when Jussie did what he did, a lot of gay black men said he makes it bad for us because if something happens to us, now they're going to scrutinize us to make sure that it really happened because he lied. So, And then I seen people that say he shouldn't have went to jail, and they compare it to other things and other people, and I'm like, one ain't got nothing to do with the other. One ain't got nothing to do with the other. And I'll just be sitting there going, you know why y'all don't want Jesse to go to jail? Because y'all liars just like him. Y'all be lying like shit just like him. Hey, Leon, they be lying like shit just like Jesse. That's why they didn't want him to go to jail. That's why they come up with reasons why he shouldn't have went to jail. But let's be realistic. He was never a A-list star. He wasn't. So I don't know what made him think he was gonna get Denzel treatment. You can't get Denzel treatment because you're not on that level. You're not on that level at all. And going back to the YouTubers, Saucy and Honey, I need y'all to explain to me why they would leave at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what I want to know. Like you got locked in the store, and your dumb ass left at 3 o'clock in the morning, like you wasn't gonna set off an alarm. And then after you set off the alarm, you show back up at 8 o'clock in the morning so that you could copy and paste and edit to make it look like you stayed in there all night long. But you actually left and came back. And in trying to trick people, your asses got caught and locked up. And combined, y'all had to pay $50,000 bail to get out because both of you needed $25,000. Now, I didn't go to their YouTube channel, so I don't know how big of a YouTube channel they have. But they could be one of the YouTubers that are making a lot of money, and they got it like that. But I ain't got it like that, so I'd have been sitting in jail for a minute. That's why me and Tremel, you ain't gonna see us spending the night in Walmart. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen at all. You barely gonna see me because we want to do order with the person in front of us order, but sometimes I'll be scared. I'll be like, child, what if they having a party? And they ordered $100 worth of stuff. I'm gonna gag. Yes, but shout out to all my people in the bushes, cause I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all in the bushes. Yeah, y'all, but those are the three stories I wanted to talk about tonight. The Royce story, cause I actually liked Royce. And again, like I said, I don't I'm on the fence because I don't agree with the fact that they arrested her for third degree endangerment or something like that. Well, she didn't get arrested; she turned herself in. But I just don't agree with the fact that she's getting arrested for something her son did. But you know, sometimes you got to pay the price. That's why your kids. Hey, Whiskey Blue. How do I see y'all? What do you mean? What you mean, Whiskey Blue? But yeah, I just, you know, I I don't know. I'm on the fence with that one. I am. I really am. Cause I'm like, you know, something happened to me when I was a child. So if they would have arrested his mother or father because of what he did to me. How? Well, his father was in the house, so they would have arrested his father. So I don't understand that. I just because his father didn't know. His father had no clue of what he was doing to me until I told. So it's like, how do you hold the out? Oh, I see y'all in the bushes. I'll tell you later how I see y'all in the bushes. But we, I don't, but then again, like I said, she knew he was already being treated for his little sexual nature that he has. So, oh no, I figured it out. I got it. I got it. They, he was in treatment for his sexual behaviors. So the fact that I guess she allegedly left them alone or let them be in a room alone, and because the assault happened months ago. And I think he told the counselor or somebody, and then they called the police on her and him. I don't even think the little boy told. I think it was he told the counselor, and the counselor told the police. So, you know, that's the whole thing. And I think because, like I said, she knew he had issues with being sexual, that if she left him with the little boy, then, but I think it was because it also said that he had just told her something about his sexuality. So technically, I think in her mind, he wasn't going to mess with a little boy, but he did the opposite and did that. I mean, when people are sex offenders, allegedly, because I have to say alleged, but the story said he did it, but I'm going to say allegedly. If you're allegedly a sex offender, especially if you're messing with children, from what I've seen, they don't care. It's boy or girl, long as it's a child. And like it said, this wasn't his first time, and it was a lot. It was just a lot, and I feel bad for her because she is a celebrity, so it's going to be dragged all over the place. But like I said, I don't know how I feel about her being held responsible and having to turn herself into the police and stuff like that, and all these charges being brought up against her. Because, I mean, technically, she didn't do nothing. She didn't do anything. They're holding her accountable for what her son did, or what, quote unquote, she let her son do. Because that's the way it reads. Like, they're saying she let it happen. Now, again, it was probably because she left them alone and she knew he had a problem because he's been going to try to get help. But clearly, the help ain't working. So, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on in this world today. Sometimes I want it to stop so I could jump off. I used to like things better the way they were. But social media is the devil. It is the downfall of humanity. And yeah, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because it allows you to be able to really talk to people you haven't talked to in a long time, make friends with people, and go visit different places and do different things. But nowadays, child, you don't want to visit none of these people because especially YouTube, honey, because they all crazy. They all crazy. You don't ever anybody that's my YouTube friend now. That's it. Cause we good. I know you ain't crazy. Anybody else? We can say hi and bye, but you ain't getting close. You ain't getting my phone number. It ain't happening. Now, subscribers, I can bet y'all out. But content creators, they tend to be Looney Tunes. They tend to be Looney Tunes. And me and Tramel will not go through any more of the bullshit that we went through. It just won't happen. It's not going to happen. Because when you show me who you are, trust me, I believe it. You ain't never got to worry about me again. Because when I'm done, I'm done. Yes. So, y'all, I'm going to get up off of here because those are the three stories I wanted to talk to y'all about and get your opinions on them and see what you had to say about them. So, I want y'all to enjoy your weekend, enjoy the rest of this Friday night, and thank you for spending some of it with me. I appreciate you guys. And make sure you follow us on all social media outlets. You know what they are: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Share us out if you can. Tell a friend about the McCray-Kings and get them to sign up and join. And make sure you thumbs up the video if you haven't already. Check out the McCray-Kings boutique for everything dare to be different in McCray-Kings. We could always use a contribution. As you see scrolling across the bottom, it's $2 Friday. You can send it to the Cash App because any contribution helps on our platform to keep our platform growing and keep it looking good for you. We're coming back full force on July 1st, and you'll start seeing us every day again with mukbangs and celebrity news and inspirational talk and um, a bunch of stuff. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff, and I'm sure you guys will love it. I know y'all love Tramel's conversation this morning because a lot of people left it in the chat that they enjoyed it. So that's a good thing. But on that note, please always walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. And if nobody told you they love you today, know that Tramel and I do. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. And I hate to say goodbye, but you know what it is. It's Team McGray all damn day. Enjoy your weekend, y'all.